How's it going, everybody? Activision Carl here. Welcome back to Mario Kart Wii and into another CTGP update video for October 2022. I hope everybody's having a good month and hope everybody is not getting too spooked out by all the Halloween celebrations. This is the first update where I know everything that's going in. Not all the tracks specifically, but all the track names. And the reason why is because I'm a part of it. I am the beginner staff ghost on N64 Yoshi Valley, but we'll get to that in a moment. I want to talk very briefly about the removals, because obviously 4 tracks had to get removed from this one. Sarasa Kingdom makes me sad. Like, it wasn't like a boring track. Like, it was just kind of okay, maybe a little bit boring, but I don't think it should have been removed anytime soon. The track was fine. N64 Toast Turnpike, you know, that makes me sad as well. I think the retros should kind of have a not sacred place, but like retros shouldn't be just kind of taken out willy-nilly unless they're really bad. I didn't think that Toast Turnpike was awful. Sound like Twinkle Circle, I fully understand why this one was taken out. I just have a nostalgia for it because I love Sonic Adventure, and I'm sad to see that go. And SNES BC1, it's a shame because it's really good for Ice and Rain. And the track itself it's fine. Like it's a decent track. It's not like the best. It's fine. I know ZPL is a really good version of it that got rejected, but yeah, it's a shame that that's gone. Especially when, I think Athletic Raceway should have got removed, and Ice and Fireland, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, without further ado, let's just pop into some tracks. As always, we'll do the updated tracks first, and then we'll do all the new tracks, including a brand new secret track, which is an old favourite of mine. Well, maybe not an old favourite of mine, but an old favourite for sure. So, let's have a look, and let's get into it. Alright, starting out with a banger. N64 Rainbow Road is no longer a secret track because we have, well, we've got this version now, and it looks so cool. It's basically, it's kind of like a mix between the old N64, you know, graphics, which has like the little fireworks and the character graphics, but also it reminds me of like Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road. With just like the way it looks overall, like with the road and kind of everything going on there. All it's missing is the flying train, and then it would be complete, quote unquote, I suppose. But yeah, this is very, very cool. Definitely a few shortcuts you can do. I've just missed that one, but I have seen this track before, and I've been really looking forward to playing this one for quite some time now because there's a lot you can do, and the track's a lot shorter as well. It's not the one-lapper the old N64 Rainbow Road used to be. You've got, I think the track itself is short enough to be a 2-lapper. I was really worried going into this that, that's also a shortcut at the start. I was worried going into this that it would still be, like, really, like, it would still be a bit long. But I guess, like, the main thing really with old N64 Rainbow Road is that it was just a bit too dull, even for a 1-lapper, because there's really, like, nothing going on original N64 Rainbow Road. Which isn't necessarily the track creator's fault, it's just that it's just that the original track isn't really that interesting anyway. But yeah, it's a 2-lapper, it's about 3 minutes. It would be a little bit less because I did just fall off. But yeah, I'm very happy this has been put into the main track listing now. Like, playing it for the first time, it looks insane. And it's really fun as well. It feels really nice to drive. This bit here I like, again, from Mario Kart 8's version of Rainbow Road. And yeah, I'm super thrilled that this is in. Because like, N64 Rainbow Road, even though I think it's just, like, original Rainbow Road, is just one of the dullest tracks in Mario Kart. Like, the completely revamped version makes it, like, really, really good. It's a really strong track in, what's it called? In, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe / Mario Kart 8. So, again, seeing a version very similar to it in CTGP now just makes me really happy. Like, it's really, really cool. I can't really find many faults with it. Can I take this shortcut? No, okay, you need a mushroom for it, for sure. Or maybe you can drift wheelie, or like drift and then jump and then get a trick off that. I'm not entirely sure. I need to practice it for sure. There's definitely a lot going on. Like, again, the creator of this definitely took some creative liberties with this, which is absolutely fine. I think that with a track like Rainbow Road, you kind of need to take creative liberties with it. And again, as always, all track creators and the links to the tracks themselves will be in the description if you want to play it yourself, or just check out further information on it. And yeah, we're off to a hot start. This is just what a way to start things off. I'm already loving it. It's great. Okay, SNES BC3 by ZPL. This one I've been quite curious about because it's definitely, well, because like the old version by Tok needed an update for quite some time. And, well, the main thing, like, just before we even get into the track itself, the main problem I have with it right now is that it's still blue. And I feel like that might be a bit harsh, but I just think that we've kind of been there, done that with blue SNES BC3. But, like, the track itself, oh my god, whoa, that's really weird. Oh, I'm not sure I like that. I thought that was just a random hole. Okay, that kind of fooled me. That actually threw me for a loop for a second. I don't know if that's a texture glitch or anything, but, like, if it's intentional, it's an interesting choice, to be sure. But yeah, I mean, the track itself looked a lot better. Like, I like the ruined castle vibe. I've seen other variants of this track, like Sky High's BC3, which, you know, oh boy, whoa. I mean, this section seems to play quite a lot better than the original as well. Again, like, when you see a section very similar to how the old version was, it is very like, oh dear. But yeah, I do like how ZPL's kept some of the more fun parts of the old track there, because like, a lot of the old track for me by Tok just wasn't that fun, it didn't function that well. So it's nice to see ZPL kind of changing it for the better, I suppose. So I was worried going into this again it would kind of control the same way, but like, ZPL, as we all know, is very good at what he does with this. And, you know, it's fine. Like, it's a good track. I'm not sure if I'd put it in, like, the positives, because it just, again, it kind of feels it feels the same. But, I mean, I'll give it, I don't know how much I'm enjoying this compared to, like, Rainbow Road, which was just amazing. But, like, the looks of the track are really good. Like, I really like that. It's just, this bit here just really confused me. It's like the road just kind of spawns in, which is just, I don't know if that's a choice or not, or if that's just a visual glitch. But I mean, it definitely threw me off for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely an improvement over SNES BC3, and that's all I can really ask for. But yeah, I just kind of wish it wasn't blue. That might be a bit harsh, but I mean, I just wish it was maybe a different tinted color, just so it doesn't feel like it's just a reskinned version of Tok. But other than that, like, it's a really, really nice looking track. I will give it that, and I like how it plays, so it's good. It's good. Okay, Bowser's Termination Station. I'm pretty sure this is a minor update. Okay, I just didn't get a boost up there. Thank you, game. But yeah, I think this is just a minor update. So I was reading up, actually, on some of the things that were going wrong. And I don't think this is going to be much of an update. I will just drive a lap and double check and see if I can find anything. Like, kind of visually interesting, or kind of visually, you know, or like anything changed with the track itself. But if there's nothing, like, of any of those kinds, I'll just drive a lap bit, because it's not that interesting. What I can say is that, the Termination Station, you know, it seems to be the same, and I like that. I do really like about the Termination Station. Like, Squire Turnbolt tracks are just a lot of fun for me in general. They're very creative, very, you know, just fun to drive. And, yeah, I just think the track itself is really, really cool. Again, this is the track that, first made me fall in love with Squire Turnbolt tracks. Because, I mean, they're just great. They're really creative, and I just love how they look. Yeah, it looks to be mostly the same. There's nothing really, there's not much really going on here. I mean, I know there was a position track issue, which I believe was fixed. But yeah, I think that was only found like yesterday at time of recording, and then they managed to fix it in time. But and give Ghost again. But yeah, it's an interesting one to be sure. I mean, the track itself again doesn't really seem to have changed that much. That's fine. Like, I don't think the track really needs that much changing, apart from maybe this section. You know, if you're a time trial, you might find this section a bit annoying. But I don't time trial, so I'm fine with it still. But yeah, not much going on here. Nothing too much different. So yeah, we'll just move on. Okay, Magmatic Sanctuary is an interesting one. I wasn't expecting to see this on the list, if I'm honest. I wonder what's changed. I mean, it doesn't look as dark as it was. I mean, it still, like, is a bit dark, but, like, I never really found the darkness much of an issue with this track, as much as other people do. I'm just wondering... Oh, wow, that was a bit of a weird one. Oh, okay, they removed the fire wheel. Okay, that's an interesting one, because that fire wheel could get a bit annoying. I mean, I imagine they've kept everything else. I imagine. You can still take this shortcut, which is perfect. Oh wow, yeah, still the two-stream shortcut. Gotta love it. But yeah, I don't know if much else has changed in this track. It feels like brighter, and I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate, but it does feel a lot brighter than it used to be. And I just okay, I want to try and get a cool load trick, and I just jumped over the ramp. Let me try that again. There you go. But yeah, the track, other than that, I don't think the track's changed that much. Removing the fire wheel is a pretty good choice, though. I mean, like, again, that fire wheel could get really annoying and having, like curve your jumps a little bit to avoid it. And, like, fire wheels can be a bit hard to predict. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but, like, GCN Basil's Castle one is definitely, like, that can be quite hard to predict as well in terms of, you know, where it goes. Yeah, getting rid of this one is a pretty interesting choice. I mean, you can go on the rail cut over there basically for free now as well. There's no real risk of getting knocked off there, unless of course like somebody else goes for it. Okay, that still falls down at the end of lap 1. Yeah, it's a cool track still. I do really like Magmatic Sanctuary. I think more than most people do. But I mean, yeah, it's a cool track. I think I only stopped playing it after 2 laps. And again, there's not much else that's changed. Ow. But yeah, it's a good track. I like it still, and removing the fire wheel I think was a positive change. But other than that, there's not much else to say. I'm not entirely sure if they've made the track a little bit brighter. I feel like it is, but I'm honestly not sure. You'll have to let me know in the comments about that one. So I'm not sure. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's about all there is for Magmatic Sanctuary. So yeah, on to the next track, Royal Rainbow. This one doesn't look like it's changed much either. I know it's an updated track, and like, well, it's a patch track, I suppose. I imagine is what this one will be. But yeah, it's still, you know, it looks the same as it used to before. Still, I mean, the track itself still looks really nice. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's changed. I guess, can I still make the shortcut? Yes, I can. Awesome. Oh god. I don't think this path isn't new. Yeah, that path definitely isn't new. That was in the original. I'm just trying to see if anything else has changed at all. I'm really not sure. So again, like the track itself, I think is quite fun and like nice already. I'm just wondering like what's changed, if anything at all, like visually. Because again, if there's nothing visual here, then it's not really that interesting. I mean, again, it's probably a bunch of like patch bugs or something like that, like position counter. Like bugs maybe, I'm honestly not sure, but I don't know, again, nothing's really changed here, so I think it's safe to move on, again, but yeah, I mean, Royal Rainbow is still as fun as it was, so I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, Thump Forest, another Squire track that got updated. This is the last updated track before the new ones. Again, this will probably take a while to work out if anything has changed at all, and you know, this is a pretty, you know, timely track. That's the word. Considering the season, it is coming up to Halloween in about 6 days from now, I think, at the time of recording. So yeah, again, a very fitting track to put on here for an update. But again, I'm not entirely sure what's changed. I mean, that skyline of, oh my god, wait, I think there's been more animation added. Those like spider things weren't there before. I think there's been more animations added, which is pretty sweet. Like you've got the little spiders there, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's really cool. I'm curious now. I think there is just like a little more animation added to the track, which like I'm not going to complain about. Like animation, as I've mentioned before, is definitely one of Squire's main points, and like world building as well is definitely one of Squire's main points. Like for sure, like the track itself, like is virtually the same as it used to be. But I mean, you know what? I like the new enemies over there. That's really cool. I'll do 2 laps because other than that, again, there's not really much we can do with it. Oh, there's a Kamek flying around. Hello, Kamek. Either I'm being stupid, or I've never noticed these before. All these are new. I think the boos were the same, but the spiders definitely weren't. I can't remember what they're called, but like the little spidery things from Galaxy. There they are. Hello, friends. But yeah, man, this is sick. Yeah, like the new animations on that are fantastic. Again, Squire does bring it, as does ZPL. We're getting another ZPL track in this video in a little bit. But yeah, I'm super excited for you know, this is just really cool. I love the I love how these I love how the track looks in the first place. But again, the animation just makes it a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more fun feeling. And yeah, man. Other than that, the track hasn't changed much at all. Which again is fine with me because the track didn't really need that much change to begin with. But yeah, that's going to do it for the updated tracks. And now we're going to get into the brand new tracks. But first, a new secret track has appeared. Or rather, an old secret track has appeared. Are you ready to feel the disco fever? So this is a track that I reviewed when it got taken out way back. I think 2019 was when this track got taken out. And, oh man, you know what? Even though it is an old track, and I'd usually be against this kind of thing. I mean, it's a secret track anyway, so I don't particularly mind it. But, I mean, the fact is, like, you know, I'm quite happy to see this track back, if I'm perfectly honest. Like, the track itself isn't that bad. I mean, it's nowhere near as flashy as it was. I mean, there are still some texture glitches around that way. But, oh my god, why am I going up there? I've completely forgotten. This is the first time I've played this track in about 3 years. Since I last reviewed it. I mean, oh man. It feels like old memories, in a way. I think there used to be more music notes around up that section. I'm not entirely sure, though. I can't quite remember. But yeah, this to me is so nostalgic. I love this. Yeah, it feels like I've been transported back to 2019. And yeah, it's definitely a lot less flashy than it used to be. There are definitely a lot more flashing lights than there used to be on here. This section's still really cool. I love the animated SNES Mario Kart, or Super Mario Kart rather, icons as you go up the ramp. I love the let's go up here. I love the kind of anime girl you know, motifs. I think that's Toadette from I think either one of the Mario parties or from Mario Golf, I'm not sure. There's Mario and Peach from oh, what's it? DDR Mario Mix, I think is what the game's called. I think that's what the game's called. It's the GameCube, a really, really weird game. But yeah, again, super happy to see this back. I mean, I could be talking nonsense, but I feel like there used to be a car. Oh, okay, there is still the car there. Good, it's good to see the car still there. So yeah, there are elements of this track that still are unchanged. It still feels like Disco Fever. It's not like they've like massively changed it. It's just they toned down some of the effects, which is probably a good thing, because A, I don't have to put up a warning at the beginning of this track, and B, it's just good for people in general to you know, not feel like they can't play a track because it's just way too much for them visually. Like I think like GTA Broken Pier definitely suffers from that issue. I know some people who have told me they can't play it because it's just too much for them visually. But yeah, this doesn't feel like it's too much visually at all. Again, it still feels like Disco Fever, which is fantastic. And honestly, it's really good to see it back. It's like seeing an old friend back. I'm super happy this has come back to Secret Track, and yeah, for sure, an improvement of Old Rainbow Road. It's a lot more interesting, and it's a lot more vibrant and fun, so I fully support this. This is just fantastic. Ooh, okay, Alpine Skyway. I feel like I've played this before with Mayro, actually. No, I think I have. I think I've played this before with her on Custom Track Showcase, because this is very familiar. This is cool. It's good to see a track in Custom Track Showcase make it into CTGP. I mean, I think it's the same for Northern Heights. We definitely played that a couple of times on CT Showcase. So it's good to see, you know, CT Showcase tracks getting into CTGP. It's cool. I really, really like that. But yeah, I remember playing this the first time and enjoying it quite a lot. It doesn't feel that long either. It's definitely a DK Summit, you know, well, hence you can hear DK Summit music, but it definitely is, it feels DK Summit light, with like mixes of like, well, Cloud Top Courtyard, from like Mario Kart / Deluxe. To me, also it feels like the Cloud sections feel like Coin Heaven. This is very DK Summit-esque, including the Shy Guys that just whack you. Like, you know, the Shy Guys, it's good to know, well, I think it's good to know, it's bad to know that the Shy Guys still have zero concern for anyone in their way while they're snowboarding. I mean, like, they should just show some general consideration for a change, you know? But yeah, the track itself is really, really neat. It's cool. I can definitely see myself playing this, you know, for a little while. I can definitely see myself playing this, like, in my spare time. And just kind of, you know, just kind of going around, playing, just kind of having fun on it. You know, nice shortcut here, so you don't have to, like, go around that icy section, which is pretty cool. Because again, icy sections can be a bit finicky in Mario Kart Wii, so good to know there's a shortcut to skip it. And, yeah, I mean, the one thing that's missing are penguins. I am half joking. It would be nice to see penguins here, but I mean, no, I am only kidding. The track is great without penguins. But yeah, very, very cool. I'm just looking at the background now as well. It's like a barren wilderness. It is like when you're out skiing or snowboarding. It's kind of like a bit of a wilderness. I love the like the chateaus, just like around like a little town. Very, I don't know if that's necessarily DK Summerfest, but like it definitely reminds me of like, you know, skiing and snowboarding in like other places. Like it's really, really cool. Kind of very faithful to those situations. I really like that. And yeah, I do like snowy tracks. I've always loved snowy tracks, or snowy levels in games, like the Mario levels, for example. That's a sinkhole, isn't it? Yeah, that's a sinkhole. We don't want to go in there. I was just wondering what that was, because yeah, if you go too far out, then yeah, that can really ruin you. Just double checking what that actually was. But yeah, again, nice to see a track that Mayor and I have played. Getting into CCP, and yeah, I can't wait to play more of it. Like, this is a very, very good and fun track. So, you know, you can't give it a better comfort than that. It's really fun and it looks great. So, what else is there to say? N64 Yoshi Valley is back. I am very happy to see this back in CCP. I was very sad when this got removed a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is also the track where I am the new beginner Staff Ghost on it. So, well, it'll be a very easy ghost to beat. It is a beginner ghost after all, but I hope you enjoy playing it. And it's just cool to see good old Fred making it into CCP as a ghost. That is always very cool. So there's a shortcut you can do here. I'm going to see if I can pull it off here. You can just do that. That's a very, very easy and free shortcut you can do. I took it kind of terribly, but it's definitely a shortcut that you can do. I'm going to explore some of the different routes. I didn't really do much of that in the like when I was doing the Staff Ghost for this, so I'm curious to see like the other routes in this, even if they're not faster. I do want to see like what's around. But yeah, I was very sad, like I said, when Yoshi Valley got removed originally in I think 2020. July 2020 was when this update was when the old version got taken out. And yeah, I was just really sad to see that one go. So I really like Yoshi Valley. Like, Yoshi Valley is one of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart, period, because like I love tracks with like lots of different routes and different directions. And if you didn't know this about old N64 Yoshi Valley, the placements were bugged. So I think there was so much going on in the track that the game, I don't think it could handle it properly. So it just made it so like it couldn't really register where you were on the position counter. So it didn't tell you whether you're in first or eighth until you finished the course, which actually made it a lot more fun. Like, it made it way better. Let me go this way. I don't think I've ever gone this way before. I'm kind of finding out more about the track as we go on. And there are like more routes you can explore in this. I encourage everybody to go out and explore the routes, because like, you know, there are a lot of them that are pretty good and like pretty well. I mean, it's Yoshi Valley. Like, Yoshi Valley's always been really fun. And I'm just happy to see it back, and I'm happy that ZPL's version made it in as well, because it looks really pretty. Definitely a you know, a Mario. Well, it's definitely like a Mario. What's it called? I don't know. Is it a Mario? What's it called? Mario Kart 64. Well, Mario Kart 8 actually inspired, because, like, you know, you kind of look at this environment, you see, yeah, this is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for sure, with the environment. But yeah, oh, 221 on the dot, nice. Also, a very funny thing before I continue, this ghost tied with ZPL's Beginner Staff Ghost for SNES BT3, which I just find really funny. But yeah, other than that, really good track. Very happy to see it back. I can't wait to play it more often. Alright, final track of this update is Northern Heights, another track that has been played on CT Showcase a couple of times, and a track that I really like. Like, it's a very cool track. I didn't notice that dinosaur skeleton in the background. Hello, friend. Yeah, I didn't notice it. There is a gap cut you can do here. There you go. A little gap jump there. There are some tricks I've, oh god. Oh, I thought that was a mushroom cut for a second. I was getting a bit worried. But yeah, there are a couple of tricks I've taken up on this track, which, like, you know, I've learned from having played this with Mara again a couple of times. Okay, I forgot about that bit, but other than that, I've learned everything. But no, this is a very, very cool track. Like, it's so cool. Like, I can't say, like, what else is there to say about this track that hasn't been said already? I love the way this track looks. Like, people are gonna get on my grill for this. It does remind me a little bit of Genshin. I don't know why. I think the Ice Mountain, the Dragon Spire? Dragon, like, I can't remember exactly what it's called. But the Icy Mountain, the Dragon something mountain in Genshin, it also reminds me of that in some way, with, like, the, just kind of the way the snowy areas feel. And then when you get over here, I don't know what this reminds me of. Like, it's like a mishmash of different kind of things. I love the statues, though. I love the statues holding swords up. That is a very, very cool touch. Like, there are lots of elements about this track that I really like. And, like, when you see them as well, it's like, oh yeah, like, this is something cool. You find out something like you knew about the track sometimes. Also, there are snowballs going around there, and also there is Aurora Borealis in the background, which you've got to love that. And yeah, man, I'm really happy this track got in. This is definitely a highlight for sure. I mean, like, yeah, it's cool. I really, really like this track. It's good fun. And again, there are lots of different things to explore. I'm gonna go this way again. There you go. It is a you know, you can make that shroomless, obviously. I just nearly failed it with a like, you know, without knowing it was a shroom cut. But yeah, again, there's a lot to like about this one. And again, a lot of places where, like, you look at it and you go, oh, that would be so cool if I could go in there. Or, like, there's just so many cool things. Like, even, like, the lightning in the background. I don't know if I can, like, show it to you before the end of the race. But even, like, that's a really cool addition as well. But you wouldn't necessarily expect from a snow track either. But yeah, very, very cool track. And a great way to finish off the update. Super happy with it. And yeah, very happy that this is now in CTGP. Can't wait to play it more often, for sure. Alright, and with that, that is the end of the update for October 2022. Now all it has to do is give it a Fred rating, and this is the staff ghost in question that I did for N64 Yoshi Valley. I'm really struggling with this one. I think I'll give it a 4, because 4 Freds out of 5, I mean, because, like, all the new stuff is fantastic. Like, it's so good. Like, all the new tracks are fantastic, and the major new updates to N64 Rainbow Road and SNES BC3 are pretty good. N64 Rainbow Road more, SNES BC3, I prefer that more, but, like, SNES BC3 is still pretty good. I think I was maybe a little bit too hard. The track itself is decent. The only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed with are the updated tracks. Like, not really much has changed. Magmatic Sanctuary, to an extent, because, like, I'll, like, leave out because they removed the fire wheel. That's at least a track change. And Thump Forest, I think, added more animation to it, which just, you know, that just makes me really happy. But Bowser's Termination Station and Royal Rainbow, you know, just didn't do that much. And again, I always like to see tracks in updates when they have, like, something visual going on, something actually properly changes the track instead of just patching it out. At least if it's advertised as an update instead of it just being a patch note. I'm still getting on everyone's grill about it. But I mean that's just how it is, man. That's just how I feel. But yeah, it's overall, like, the update was fantastic. Alpine Skyway, I can't wait to play more of. N64 Yoshi Valley, as we're playing now, really happy to see it back. Disco Fever, I'm super happy to see it back. It's like saying hello to an old mate. Like, it's really, really cool to see Disco Fever back. Northern Heights, really, really good track as well. Again, can't wait to play that more often. N64 Rainbow Road looks beautiful. I'm so happy that got in. And again, SNES BC3, not my favourite of the update, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. So yeah, 4 Freds out of 5 I think is fair. But yeah, what did you guys think of the update? Let me know what your favourite tracks are in the description, or in the description, in the comments. And let me know what do you think of the removals as well. Jurassic Kingdom, Toad's Turnpike, Static Sprinkle Circuit, and SNES BC1. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, that's going to do it. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And yeah, I will see you all very soon. And rejoice that Fred is now a staff ghost in CTGP. That makes me super happy as well. And again, I just want to quickly say before I finish off, thank you DPL for letting me do this. It's very, very cool. And I'm happy that Fred is now in CTGP officially. So, you know, you can't ask much more than that. So take care of yourself, stay safe, and many woohoos to you all. Peace.